Hello, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I'm Mike Rivers, and welcome to Steelers Inside, your #1 channel for everything black and gold. Today we've got a red-hot update straight out of the Steel City. Jonnu Smith, our brand new tight end, just dropped a hype video that's got everyone talking, and we're here to show you why. If you live and breathe football and root for this team that never sleeps in the offseason, stick with us until the end of the video. We're diving deep into this new signing, chatting about promising rookies who might join the team, and even discussing some trade rumors shaking up the NFL market. Oh, and before we get started, if you're enjoying this kind of content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. It's quick, it's free, and it helps us a lot to keep bringing you the latest updates straight from the heart of Pennsylvania. Alright folks, let's start with the headline of the day, Jonnu Smith. The man was just traded from the Dolphins and is already locked into the Steelers' mindset with a Hollywood-style hype video. We saw him in action with shots of Acrisure Stadium, Renegade playing in the background, and a wave of anticipation surrounding his arrival. Here are the facts. Jonnu is 29, turning 30 soon, but he plays like he just came out of college. In 2024, he had the best season of his career. 88 receptions, 884 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And yes, he made the Pro Bowl. He's been in the NFL for 8 seasons, playing for the Patriots, Dolphins, and now finally wearing the black and gold. He also has a long-standing connection with our head coach Arthur Smith. The two worked together in Tennessee from 2016 to 2018, reunited in Atlanta in 2023, and now they're looking to write a new chapter here in Pittsburgh. That relationship could be huge for the offense. Plus, he signed a 1-year, $12 million contract. A smart investment to fill a position that needed depth and production. With him on the field, expect more passing options, especially on third downs and in the red zone. He's a true mismatch maker. Now, shifting gears to the rookies. The Steelers have several needs, but one of the biggest is in the secondary. And one name rising up draft boards is Kool-Aid McKinstry, cornerback from Alabama. This kid is only 21. But he already proved in college that he can defend deep balls and has excellent footwork. He stood out at the combine, showed great agility, and is being projected as a first- or second-round pick. He could be the perfect replacement for Minkah Fitzpatrick, who was traded away in the same deal that brought Jonnu Smith to Pittsburgh. Another name that might catch the front office's eye is Malik Nabers, wide receiver from LSU. The guy is explosive, a real home run threat the offense has been missing. If the Steelers go that route, it could be a repeat of the Chase Claypool pick in 2020, a raw talent with major breakout potential. And of course, the team has been very active with pre-draft visits, interviewing prospects, analyzing physical traits, mental toughness, even academic background. The team's philosophy? Combine talent with character. Always. Now let's talk trades. Besides the one that brought Jonnu Smith here, there are other rumors floating around. One of them involves the New York Jets and quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Yes, you heard that right. Even though he's with the Jets, some insiders are saying the relationship between him and the franchise is strained. Rodgers is under contract until 2025, but if things change, don't count the Steelers out. Just picture it, Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh, throwing to DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin III, and now Jonnu Smith? That would be huge. Of course, this is all speculation for now, but the Steelers have always had their eye on elite quarterbacks. On the flip side, if a trade does happen, the Jets will likely want a lot in return. Draft picks, young talent, maybe even future considerations. But with Art Rooney II running the show, anything's possible if it puts the team in a better position to contend for a Super Bowl. Now I want to hear from you. Are you excited about Jonnu Smith joining the team? Do you think he'll really make an impact on the offense? And what about the draft? Who do you want the Steelers to pick? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk it out. Today we're diving deep into what might be one of the hottest stories of the season. A shocking report about head coach Mike Tomlin, revealed by none other than Aditi Kinkhabwala from CBS Sports. And let me tell you, this isn't just another headline. This could seriously shake things up in Steel City. If you follow the NFL, you know Mike Tomlin has always been seen as a central, almost iconic figure in Pittsburgh. Over 15 seasons as head coach, never a single losing season, and a Super Bowl title in 2008. But recently, an anonymous source has come forward with something that might crack that spotless image. On the show 93.7 The Fan, Aditi Kinkhabwala dropped a bombshell. Many former players have stayed quiet about their experience with Mike Tomlin. That means not everyone left Pittsburgh singing Tomlin's praises. On the contrary, some chose to stay silent. That could indicate that, despite the public image of mutual respect between Tomlin and his players, there's a deeper disconnect behind the scenes that fans may have never noticed. Of course, there are clear examples of players who love Tomlin. T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, and even Minkah Fitzpatrick have all publicly stated they'd only play for the Steelers as long as Tomlin was there. But are those voices actually the majority? Now, with Watt's contract renewal in doubt and Minkah already traded, the locker room could be losing two of the coach's strongest supporters, and that might open the door for even more questions and concerns. So the big question is, can Mike Tomlin still maintain emotional and psychological control of this team? Or are we witnessing a slow but real erosion of his leadership? Meanwhile, the Steelers are also looking toward the 2025 draft. With obvious needs at several positions, especially on the defensive line and wide receiver, Pittsburgh has been making some strategic moves. One name catching major attention is Malik Nabers, the explosive wide receiver from LSU. He had a dominant 2024 season with 1,400 receiving yards and 16 touchdowns. Many analysts rank him at the very top of the draft board for his position. But the Steelers know they need more than just a playmaker. They need a guy who's disciplined, drama-free, and locker room material. The last thing Tomlin needs right now is another WR with off-field issues. In addition, Pittsburgh had a strong presence at the Las Vegas Combine, closely watching players like Byron Murphy II, defensive back, and Dallas Turner, edge rusher, both considered high-potential prospects and possible early-round targets. If the team decides to go with a more mature leadership-type player, that could be a smart move to help rebuild that player-coach connection. Because let's be real, if the veterans start fading away, it'll be up to the rookies to carry the Steelers' legacy. Now, let's talk trades. Rumors involving the New York Jets are gaining traction. Sources close to the franchise say the Steelers are interested in Elijah Vera Tucker, an elite guard who may be on the trade block after the Jets' disappointing stretch. The idea? Offer a third-round pick and a young player, like Kendrick Green, in return. Vera Tucker could anchor a revamped offensive line and possibly help bring Big Ben back to his glory days. But here's the problem. The Jets want more. Some insiders say they're asking for a second-round pick and a player with starter potential. It's a steep price, but it might be worth it if it means building a solid foundation for the future. If this trade goes down, it sends a clear message. The Steelers are ready to rebuild from the ground up, even if that means making bold moves outside of the draft. So now I ask you, Steelers Nation, do you think we're facing a real crisis of confidence with Mike Tomlin? Is he still the right man to lead this team, or do you feel something's changing behind the scenes? And about the rookies, which position would you prioritize in the draft? Wide receiver, defensive line, offensive line, and if the Elijah Vera Tucker trade happens, would you be okay with paying the Jets' asking price? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's debate, and remember, this community thrives on your voice. The more you engage, the closer we get to understanding what's really going on in Pittsburgh. And don't forget, like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. See you next time on Steel City Report, where our love for the Steelers never sleeps.